Tonight, we speak with the county, how officials plan to handle non-compliant mask wearers.
Plus, we wanted to know just how effective are these masks. We'll take a closer look at the science behind it.
And later, hear how Choteau's mayor is stepping up for his small town.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Also tonight, a statement from the governor as we add more deaths to the state total. Thanks for making MTN a part of your evening. I'm Keely Van Middendorp in for Tim McGonigal.
And I'm Hallie Schwinnard. We'll also have more on a vaccine in the works and where trials stand. But first tonight, let's get you caught up on coronavirus numbers. Right now, active cases across the state, 1,133 with 28 active cases right here in Cascade County. We're seeing 45 active hospitalizations and now 37 deaths. Governor Steve Bullock issuing a statement today saying, quote, "We must commit ourselves to continue fighting this virus to protect our high-risk family members and neighbors."
And we've also learned tonight a Montana State Hospital employee has tested positive for COVID-19. Right now, officials are doing contact tracing, but says that this employee does not provide direct care to patients in the facility. However, this individual does have some limited contact with patients and staff as part of standard job duties. Per protocol, the employee should have been wearing a mask when in contact with patients or other staff members. And since the governor's mask mandate took effect in Cascade County, viewers have asked how county officials plan to enforce the policy. The City County Health Department has taken on that responsibility, as well as the role of call center for reports of noncompliance. CCHD will accept calls of noncompliance from anyone in the public and look into those reports further. Health Officer Tricia Gardner explained the process of handling one of those reports.
We investigate those and then try to work with the business owners, educate them, bring them into compliance where we can, and of course when necessary then down the line if we continue to get non-compliance, we'll work with law enforcement and the attorneys to pursue a legal avenue.
And as a reminder, CCHD asks that you call them to report any cases of non-compliance and not call 911, as these reports are not considered emergencies.
On Wednesday, the state of Montana mandated the wearing of masks in counties with 4 or more COVID-19 cases. The idea is simple: prevent the spread of the virus, an action that has both been applauded and condemned. MTN's John Riley has more on the science behind using face coverings and preventing the spread of disease.
The CDC, Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services, and every major hospital in Montana has called upon people to wear masks to reduce the spread of COVID-19, even before the governor's mandate. This week, President Trump was seen wearing a mask, and the First Lady has called upon Americans to wear masks.
Nothing's foolproof, but what we're doing is putting another prevention measure in to decrease the spread of this disease.
The most current data indicates COVID is most commonly transferred through respiratory droplets.
Masks work as a barrier, and every time we cough, sneeze, but even speaking, the mask helps keep droplets from going as far.
I decided to put that to a test. First, I placed a candle about 2 feet away and breathed normally, which caused the flame to flicker. While wearing a cloth mask, I couldn't get the flame to move, even when blowing at it. I also used some window cleaner to simulate a cough or sneeze onto a piece of paper. No mask, the paper got wet. With a mask, it was dry. I even tried it with a knitted mask and a bandana a few inches away, which showed they help capture the droplets. Dr. Holzman says we now know COVID-infected people can have a high virus load even when not showing symptoms. Viruses are incredibly small, but they have trouble surviving outside a house, and masks help catch them.
We can make a difference. We really can. And I know there's a lot of political debate and there's a lot of things that I'm probably not going to convince a person one way or the other. We have known ways that we can do something about it right now and could decrease the amount of suffering that's happening in our country for people who are getting this, to the deaths, to the suffering that's happening to the economy.
There are some people, such as those with severe asthma, that simply can't wear a face covering. Health experts say that's all the more reason for others to wear a mask to help protect them.
Well, the mayor of Choteau is helping out his city using his June salary to help provide face masks. He teamed up with the owner of Black Sheep Sports and they created 185 masks to hand out. We spoke with the mayor who believes wearing a mask is the right thing to do.
I want people to understand I'm not doing this as the government. I'm doing this as a guy in Choteau where we have a high number of our community members would be considered high risk due to their age, due to other factors, and I'm not willing to give one of those people up to not wear a mask.
If you are in Choteau and looking for a mask, you can give Chris a call, though they also have folks donating masks that fit a little different so you can breathe through your nose and not fog up the glasses. We have all that information on our websites.
Target and CVS are the latest stores to require customers to wear a mask regardless of active cases in the county. CVS says the recent surge in cases call for more extreme measures. Its policy takes effect on Monday. Target's policy takes effect in August. Employees there will hand out masks at entrances to shoppers who need them. Some encouraging news tonight on the vaccine front. Human trials are advancing to a second round at London's Imperial College. The vaccine basically trains the immune system to respond to the coronavirus, then recognize it as a threat in the future. The vaccine will still have to be tested on thousands more in locations where the virus is still circulating. This is among 23 vaccines in clinical trials worldwide. Switching gears, it was another warm yet not quite so sunny day out there. Meteorologist Grant Garland joins us with a first look at our forecast.
That's right, Hallie. And yeah, going ahead and taking a look at our map, we're seeing that we are under a low risk for an isolated severe thunderstorm, possibly in Lewistown. That's where we'll bestly see our best likely chance to see any thunderstorms that do become severe, even though I really think the threat is very, very minimal. We do have that fire weather warning out for our friends in Boulder and South, all in the hot pink area. That is in effect until 8 p.m. So let's go ahead and zoom on in here. Where are we getting some rain? Well, we are looking at rain south of Glasgow and north of Jordan, out towards Winnett, and also in Lewistown. You guys seen a couple of showers and thunderstorms, as well as Helena. Even though we are only picking up 400ths of an inch of rain right now in Lewistown, we have seen some rain fall in Helena. Current temperatures 77 degrees in both the capital and Electric City. A little bit warmer out towards Havre at 83 and 87 in Glasgow. And for our winds, 12-mile-per-hour winds in the Electric City. Now, coming up, we are going to be looking at some rain possibly next week, but we're going to talk about all that and more in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thanks, Grant. We'll check back in with you soon. In a little more than a week, the Great Falls VA Clinic will have a brand new space, but first they have to move out of the old one. Today was the last day for patient care at the old building on 9th Street South. The new facility on 29th Street South opens on Monday, July 27th, but there will be no patient care available this Monday through Friday. In the meantime, veterans with medical emergencies should call 911. For other questions, call the Montana VA Nurses Advice Line. The new space across town will be about twice the size of the old space, providing more room for the 5 patient care teams and the nearly 4,000 vets who use the clinic. Coming up next, the fall semester is quickly approaching for students. Tonight, why one college is extending its deadline.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 530 News.
And welcome back. Well, Great Falls College MSU extends application deadlines for high-wage, high-demand programs. Students have until August 12th for programs in trades, healthcare, and computer programming. We spoke with the Director of Communications and Marketing, who says people are applying more than usual, but not entirely taking the plunge.
So that's kind of a glass is half empty, glass is half full type of situation. Right now, we're seeing more people applying they have in the past, but they're being a little bit hesitant to pull the trigger on that, on actually enrolling. So, you know, again, that kind of speaks to what we feel is that people are just really going to be making some last minute decisions to see what the situation looks like in a month from now.
And the final deadline for paperwork to be filed with the admissions office is August 12th, although some programs could fill up before that date. Welding students need to apply by August 7th. Classes begin August 17th, a week earlier than originally planned, so that on-campus instruction for the second 8-week block of the fall semester can be completed before the Thanksgiving break.
It may not be elk season just yet, but it didn't stop several elk from making their way to Great Falls in honor of the Montana State Elks Convention. Members of the fraternal organization gathered at the Great Falls Elk Lodge this morning. The convention allows members the opportunity to share ideas regarding membership and fundraising, as well as to meet leaders within the organization. This year, National Elks Association President Paul Ryan attended and shared his mission with Great Falls. Ryan explained that the pandemic shifted his goal from the organization from growth to strength.
I was coming in here thinking that I would try and recruit younger members so that we could eventually continue to grow the organization. But with the COVID, I've changed the focus a little bit on that, and now it's just a matter of keeping our organization together, enthusiastic about what we're doing, helping our communities even more now because of the situation we're in.
The Montana State Elks Convention will continue through Sunday here at the Elks Lodge in Great Falls.
Well, temperatures tonight falling down to the lower 50s and upper 40s. I'll have a look at your full 7-day forecast coming up right after this break.
Storm Tracker weather starts now with Grant Garland.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you have had a great Friday. We have made it to the best day of the work week, or the best time rather. Now it's the weekend. Temperature 78 degrees. That's how high we got today, all thanks to the cloud cover. It really helped suppress any of those temperatures warming up. 84 degrees in Helena, 83 in Lewistown, 67 in Glasgow, and 71 in Jordan. Now, this time of year, we typically see temperatures right around 84 degrees. The record set back in 1936 when it was a whopping 102 degrees. And taking a look at the little belts in the background, everything looks kind of, I want to say a little bit gloomy, but you know what, at the same time, I love a good lazy day. Temperatures right now, again, right around 77 degrees. Our winds are gusting, though, right around 26 miles an hour for our area. Now, we did see our temperatures jump from what they were at Glasgow around 60 degrees because that report came out a little bit earlier. Our temperatures are now 87 degrees there, 77 in Helena, 79 in Butte, and 84 in Bozeman. With the current wind speeds, with that cold front that went through it, kind of helped pick some wind speeds up, especially up towards Havre, 18 miles an hour. As far as what we are looking at moisture content wise, we are seeing that we've actually had a little bit of a drying trend in the past 30 minutes. Now we're at 26% in Great Falls, 31% in Helena, but Lewistown, you guys are at 48%, all thanks to the rain showers that have been moving through your neck of the woods over the last 3 hours, and that's exactly what we've seen. We have been able to pick up some rain, even though we are only seeing 400ths of an inch of rain in Lewistown at the moment. I expect that will be updated here shortly. The showers now staying south of Glasgow and north of Jordan. As far as what we can expect weather-wise in terms of severe weather, isolated at best, possible chance for one storm to become severe, mainly though around Lewistown and east of Helena is where we could be looking at that. Damaging wind gusts, small hail is possible with frequent lightning. As far as what we can expect for tomorrow into Sunday, we're going to be looking at the low 80s. Then we're going to be looking at a warming trend back up next week into the 90s. And then after that, we are looking at still warmer than average temperatures. So we're seeing the cold front continuing to drop down towards the Wyoming state. High pressure starts to build in though tomorrow morning right around 7 a.m. We're going to start seeing a clearing trend. It will be a beautiful day to maybe go out for a picnic. We're going to be looking at the high pressure really influencing our entire weather pattern for tomorrow. Now on Sunday, this model does suggest that we'll be looking at more clouds as well as a few rain showers. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think we're going to be looking at another dry day on Sunday. Only maybe a 10% chance of someone getting a shower. 10 to 20 though mile per hour winds will start off the day for our friends in Helena. We're not looking at seeing a wind gust, but maybe 20 to 25 miles an hour here in the Electric City. Tonight, Temperatures falling down to 52 in Choteau, 54 in Great Falls, 51 in Lewistown, and 55 out towards Malta. Heading throughout the day tomorrow by 10 a.m., 65 degrees with sunny skies. And we're going to be looking at mostly sunny skies by 1 p.m., 72 degrees, and then 77 by 4 p.m. Temperatures all together warming up tomorrow, 81 degrees in the capital, 80 in Great Falls, 75 in Hayes, and 79 in Glasgow. Heading throughout, though, the next 3 days, temperatures are going to start to climb, 84 degrees on Monday. We're going to be looking at a beautiful sunny day on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, that's when we're going to be looking at another system moving in, possible showers in the later evening hours into Friday morning. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Grant. Still ahead on your MTN News at 5:30 as more people look to get outside. One industry is seeing sales soar. Details next.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 530 News.
Welcome back. Bike shop sales are through the roof as people are choosing to recreate more outside during the coronavirus pandemic.
MTN's Marin Sue tells us in tonight's Rebound Report how you can get back on a bike even if bike shops are busy.
Wheaton's has seen a variety of bike riders, from first-time riders to people who simply just want to pull out their old bikes and dust them off.
Team sports being canceled and people locked down, that a lot of people jumped on board and started riding bikes this spring, so sales are very strong.
Hans Axelson is the owner-operator of Wheaton's Cycle in Kalispell. He says the national popularity of bikes is creating shortages in some areas.
There's not a lot of bicycles to order, and it's difficult to get bikes in stock, and so people are repairing lots of bicycles.
And mechanic Dave Cummings says he's seen an increase in this, with people bringing in their old bikes.
If they can't get a new bike that fits them, they bring in their old bike to get refurbished so they can go out and ride.
Axelson says because of the virus, this year Wheaton's chose not to supply rental bikes.
We were also worried about hygiene issues as far as lending out helmets or having to clean helmets, saddles, and handlebar tape on road bikes will get sweated out, and how to deal with and clean those issues.
Both Axelson and Cummings say they've seen plenty of first-time bike riders. Cummings has a suggestion for those interested in getting back on a bike.
Make sure you keep your chain oiled, make sure your brakes are working, make sure you got pressure in your tires.
In Kalispell, Marin Sue, MTN News.
In this Rebound recap, because of their popularity, bike shops are facing a shortage of specific bikes and bike parts. If you found an old bike and you want to make sure you have pressure in your tires and your chain works, you can find out more about this story and other Rebound stories on our website, krtv.com/rebound.
Well, golf is one of the only sports that you can play safely during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the Leadership High School Great Falls organization took full advantage, hosting its 15th annual tournament fundraiser today at Eagle Falls. Money raised from the event goes to cover program expenses like transportation costs, speaker fees, and administrative services. This year, the Great Falls Chamber of Commerce is adding a new incentive to honor the program's founders.
Greg Ulmer and Scott Carafa, who actually put together this program 15 years ago. And so Scott Carafa passed away just a few weeks ago. So we're not going to just acknowledge him. We're actually going to establish a Scott Carafa Scholarship Fund. So when these Leadership High School students go through it, their junior year, they can apply for it their senior year, and it'll help pay for their post-secondary education.
And the purpose of Leadership High School is to educate and motivate existing and potential high school leaders by encouraging community involvement. We'll stick around to find a look at your forecast with meteorologist Grant Garland is next.
Well, tomorrow we are going to be looking at our driest part of the day anyways, being right around the 6:30 mark when we're looking at 22% humidity. Our temperatures are going to be just shy of 80 degrees and our winds are gusting around 10 miles an hour. So it's just going to be that dry during that time before everything starts to get back to where they should be during the nighttime. Altogether, temperatures will be driving up to around 90 degrees on Wednesday. So it's almost going like up on a hill for a theme park. If only you could invite me, I'd love to go to one. Follow me on social media, meteorologist Grant Garland on Facebook, as well as download that free KRTV app. It is free and ever present. Temperatures tonight, well, they're going to be dropping down to around 54 degrees in Havre as well as Hayes. A little bit warmer, though, in Glasgow at 60 degrees as well as Wolf Point, 53 in Helena, 48 in White Sulphur Springs, and 52 in Choteau and Cutbank. Tomorrow, as we head throughout the day, temperatures are going to be around 65 degrees by 10 a.m. That's when you'll catch me waking up, not earlier than that. 4 p.m., 77 degrees with mostly sunny skies, and we're going to be looking at temperatures, though, altogether warming up to around 80 degrees in Great Falls, 81 in Helena, 74 in Lewistown, 79 in Havre, 75 in Hayes. A lot warmer though out towards Kalispell and Jordan, both at 80 degrees in Miles City, where our own Ashley was there at around 81. Now, as we get throughout the next couple of days, temperatures will warm up to around 84 degrees by Monday. That's when we're going to start to see our warming trend continue. Tuesday, 87. Wednesday, it's going to be hot and balmy at 90 degrees. We're going to start to see, though, our chances for showers and thunderstorm increasing as we head throughout the day on Thursday, especially in the overnight hours. And then Friday, we're going to have a chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms.
Thanks, Grant. Today marks the 60th and final day of the Special Olympics Montana State Virtual Games.
And even though COVID-19 put a pause on team activities, athletes around the state continued to give 100% effort all summer.
Here are some of the sights and sounds from these gold medal performances.